this. We will start with these hangers and then work our way around to the brick, because that thing weighs like a brick. Can you believe how much those boxes weigh, Primo? I was shocked. So heavy. Empty box. All right, good luck, everybody. Hopefully there's some goodness in here for everybody. One thing's for sure, there's plenty of base in this break. All right, Caleb Johnson for Pittsburgh. Riley Leonard. Ty Felton for the Vikings. Ricky White for Seattle. Xavier Legette on the blue. It's the first time I opened one of these hangers. I like these blue. Brian Robinson for Washington. Tyrone Tracy on the German games for the Giants. And Jalen Noel for Houston. We got Matt Stafford on the notoriety. Mosaic. Peyton Manning, Epic Performers. Cooper DeJean. Derrick Henry, notoriety. And some base. All right. I do like those blue. Fine start. All right. Let's see what we can find in I thought it'd be fun to start with a couple of hangers. A little appetizer. Empty box. Because you never know. Maybe we'll get a zebra or something. You never know, guys. All right. We got Mike Green for Baltimore. Malik Neighbors on the shock. Jalen Noel again. Hunter Henry. We got Kyle Pitts on the silver. Christian McCaffrey on the turbocharged. Michael Penix on the numbers. Cam Ward. Hello, Cam Ward. Ashton Genty. Select certified. We approve. Hopefully that is just the beginning for the Raiders. Another Ashton, because why not? Another Ashton? 3 Ashtons in one hanger. JJ, Drake May, Matthew Golden for Green Bay. All right. We like that start for the Raiders. Hopefully that is just the beginning of that. The Raiders are looking for a break today. All right, Prism No Huddle, you're next. Empty box. All right, good luck, guys. Here. Bobby Dalton. Yes, Primo is a legend. Scattaboo for the Giants. Imanor for the Titans. Jalen Milroe. We like that on the disco. Saquon. We approve. I say in the breaks, Milroe has not been crazy showing up, so it's nice to see him. It's nice to see him. Mafa for the boys. Taj Brooks for the Bengals. Jerome Bettis for the Rams. Malik Neighbors on the Prism break for the Giants. Kid Reporter. Gunnar Helm for the Titans. Armstead for the Jags out of 99. 84 out of 99 going to Mr. Carter King. And look at that. Mafa on the auto. Going to Mr. 238, I believe, has Dallas today. There you go, 238. I agree, Primo. Prism. I mean, I don't know. It's going to be interesting this year without seeing all the licensed product. I think they're still making most of it, but it's going to be very leafy. Milrow, Kenneth Grant, Jalen Waddle on the disco. There you go, Mr. Bradford. And Scattaboo, we approve of that too, Giants. I know, Bobby. I know. Leaf is our friend. Now, Panini is like the new Leaf, right? What do you call it? Leaf Plus? Luther Burden for the Bears. Collins for the 49ers. Marshall Faulk for Indy. There we go, Indy. And a little Cam Ward on the Fractal. We approve of that as well. Titans going to Mr. T-Berg. We like that, T-Berg. Very nice. Ferguson for the Rams. Kyle Williams. Oh, David Montgomery. Very nice. For the Lions. 89 out of 125. That's right. It's 238. RJ Harvey on the Disco Emergent. Going to Mr. Shaft. Yeah. Honolulu Blue. All right. Neal for the Saints. Nolan for Arizona. Chris Godwin. I believe this is out of 10, right? It is. 10 out of 10. Let's go for Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin. Go green. Stinky. Come on now, Stinky. Yeah, very nice for Tampa Bay. Who had Tampa Bay today? Oh, Matt. Congrats, Matt. Stinky. There you go, Stinky. Fall asleep. All right, Caleb Johnson, Jackson Dart for the Giants. Dylan Sampson. That one is 115 out of 125 for the Browns. We got PS2 for Denver. Kid Reporter and some base. It's happened before. So I need to start a channel like that. Welcome in, guys. Who's ready for a nap? We could do this. Unless I hit a Tom Brady. Watkins. Membu. Is this another out of 10? What? 5 out of 10. On the free, Steve. Look at that. Membu out of 10. Josh Allen on the Disco Fireworks for Buffalo. I can't believe we got 2 out of 10s. That's kind of crazy. And there you go. The Jets can still do some work. Stinky, I'm trying to do a break and I have to keep approving your comments. Come on now. All right, Dwayne Bowe. We got Banks Jr. for the Saints. Tootin for the Jags. Jeff Garcia. All right, Steve. That is 43 out of 125. And some base. You should know better, Stinky. TikTok is going to hide everything you have to say. Probably with good reason. All right, Resurgence, you're up. Good luck, guys. Empty box. All right. DK, Ridley, Derrick Henry. We got Judkins for the Browns and a Jackson Dart. We're never going to say no to that. T-Berg, I've seen it happen so many times where it's spoken into existence, so I certainly do not blame you for trying. CD Lamb, 229 out of 275, going to 238. A little Matt Stafford action for the Rams and a Kyle Williams. I hope that nickname doesn't catch on, Stinky. Puka, Olave, Nick Scorton for Carolina. That one is 244 out of 399 for Carolina. Josh Hines Allen on the refractor for the Jags. Xavier Worthy and Turner for the Bears. I like Resurgence. The inserts look good. It still remains at the top of my list. Gibbs, Adunze. Ooh, what do we got here? Micah Parsons for Green Bay this time. 117 out of 199. They're just cool. They're just cool looking. Derrick Henry and Donovan Jackson for the Vikings. Yeah, all the numbered ones look good. Yeah, colorful, bright, fun. We're bringing the fun back. Chuba, Lambjack, Jonathan Taylor, Myles Garrett on the refractor. Ooh. We got gold, 25 out of 50. Dylan Gabriel going to the Brownies on card. That's a sick card. And Abdul Carter for the Giants. We like gold, T-Berg. That's a crazy sick looking card. Yeah, I like it. We like that. McConkey, Drake, Slayton, Pat Bryant on the refractor for Denver. Little Mahomes action for Kansas City. And Jack Sawyer going to Pittsburgh. Oh, is it? Oh, it's that one. All right. Yes, I believe it's this pack right there. We'll let it marinate. We'll let that one marinate to the end. Saquon, Sam, Matthew. We got Mike Green for the Ravens and a little Tet action for Carolina and Chris Paul for the Rams. Yeah, Stinky, do you have a guess on who that's going to be? Kelsey, Josh Hines Allen, Xavier McKinney, Myles Garrett, Luther Burden for the Bears, and Michael Williams. Cam Ward. All right. Do they often do 2 QBs in the same box? Guess they could. Bijan, Burra. What do we got here? 259 out of 299. Will Howard going to Pittsburgh. Another Tet. And Jimmy here. Hey, Kersaxon. Happy Friday. Hope you're doing good. I don't know. I've seen some things. You can be surprised, but I guess it would be kind of surprising to see 2 QBs, but I suppose it has to happen, right? Hendrickson, Tucker Kraft, T-Law, Xavier McKinney on the refractor, Dak, and Mike Green again for Baltimore. Kittle, Tony Pollard, Geno, Colston Loveland, 106 out of 199 for the Bears. On the Protonics, CD Lamb, and a Tootin for the Jags. All right, Bears needed something, J-Wham. All right, guys, good luck. Hopefully there's something good here. Derwin James, Kamara, Jalen Hurts, Turner for the Bears, Pat Bryant, and wow, Dylan Sampson, 89 out of 99. I mean, what are the chances of that? What are the chances of that? T-Berg owned the box. It's a clean sweep, T-Berg. And that brings us to this monster. Oh, it's a monster. Some silver packs. We'll save those packs for the end. All right. Empty box. Good luck, guys. Now, I've watched some breaks of this today, and it seems like they throw these rookies all over the place. So we'll see what they do here. Man, look at all these cards. It's crazy. All right. Dog pound. Oh, goodness. I do have a new thing in there, so the highest priced team will get multiple players like that. America's Duo. I don't know about that. Oh. I like to go through all the cards, but this is a lot. Okay, here we go. This is how we want to start. We got Mendoza, Tyson for the Saints, Lane for Baltimore, Bailey for the Jets, Athan. We'll just say Athan. I think I heard Primo try to pronounce this. I'm just going to say Athan. Bryce for Indy, Brown for the Saints, Eli for Pittsburgh, Braylon Allen for the Jets on the free. That one is 732 out of 2026. Lamb Jack. What we got here? Ollie Gordon. There you go, Mr. Bradford. Oh, there's going to be so much sorting to do on this. Nick Benito for Denver. And I think the rest of this is just going to be base. I'll try to speed this up as I get better familiar with the setup of these packs. They're pretty crazy. All right, maybe I can get to this quicker. Scatterboo Future Stars. Come on, rookies. There you are. Okay. Malachi Fields for the Giants. Bernard for Pittsburgh. Johnson for KC. Ty Simpson for the Rams. Young for Baltimore. Francis for the Giants. Adam Randall for Baltimore. Dennis Sutton for Green Bay. Jam Miller, that's my favorite name so far for New England. Okay, Will Howard on the Relic, going to Pittsburgh. And then 25 out of 25 on the Lambjack. Nice little hit there for Baltimore. I think that's Primo. There you go, Primo. 25 out of 25. We approve. Goff. And then I think... Base. Hey, what's up, Mike? I know, Primo always coming in here stealing all the good cards. Yeah, nice one, Primo. And a Will Howard. I think... Angie, did you grab them? You did. There you go, Angie. Will Howard. All right. So many cards. Why is it so many cards? So many cards. All right. Sadiq for the Jets. Antonio Williams for Washington. Denzel Boston for the Browns. Claiborne for the Vikings. Cade for the Jets. Ted Hurst for Tampa Bay. Caleb Downs for the Boys. Kendrick Law for the Lions. Jalen Ramsey for Pittsburgh. That one is 1,039 out of 2026. Caleb Douglas. I like that for the Dolphins. Hampton. Yeah, that's a nice little foil. Profiles. Bijan. I hadn't seen this get pulled before. It's an interesting little insert. And I think we got base. All right, let's see here. I don't think we ever need this many cards. Ever. All right. Anthony Hill for Tennessee. Lewis Bond for Houston. Lawrence for the Boys. Akeem for the Chargers. Bryce Lance for the Saints. Bell for Buffalo. Chris Bell for Miami. There's Love showing up for Arizona. Drew for Pittsburgh. Abdul Carter for the Giants. I do like these cards. Very nice. Not numbered, though. There's another profiles. Achane for the Dolphins. And looks like base. hope I'm not going too slow here, guys. I don't want to miss anything. All right, Logan Jones for the Bears. Black for the 49ers. TJ Parker for Buffalo. Josh Cameron for the Jags. CJ Williams for the Jags. Uar. What a great name. Uar for Eagles. Caleb Douglas. Eli for the Eagles. Denzel Boston for Cleveland. Pat Bryant on the foil going to Denver. Joe Flacco, Ring of Honor, going to Baltimore. And base. So many cards. All right, let's see here. There we are. All right. Falk for the Titans. Chris Johnson for the Dolphins. Wet Jen for Pittsburgh. Terrell for the Falcons. Seth McGowan for Indy. Anthony Smith for the Boys. Morton for New England. Sonny Styles for Washington. Deion Burks for Indy. Oh, Dallas Goedert. That one is not numbered. These always seem like they should be numbered, but it's not numbered. Chris Brazell going to Carolina. That one is 802 out of 2026. Pete Werner going to the Saints. Jamar Chase on the all-tops team. It's a fun one. And then I think we got all base here. We still got an auto chilling in here somewhere. I have a feeling it's going to be a rookie I know nothing about. All right. Tate for the Titans. Singleton for the Titans. Peyton for the Eagles. Ruben Bain for Tampa Bay. Freeling for Carolina. McClellan for the Packers. Young for the Bengals. Hood for the Giants. We got Bryce Young. Of course, it's upside down. We'll get there. There we go. Dylan Steinman going to the Bears. I don't know anything about him. Divisional dominance. Nick Benito. That's a pretty sick insert. Going to Denver. And then we got all base. I do like these inserts. Auto is in this pack. All right. Auto incoming, says Primo. Let's get it. Oh, there we are. How far did I go? There we go. Henderson for Seattle. Max for the Rams. Thompson for the Chargers. Brazell. Price for Seattle. Garrett for KC. Mansour for KC. We got C.J. Daniels for the Rams. Cyrus Allen for KC. And there he is. Kalon Black going to Steve. I don't know anything about him, Steve. But he looks ready to do some work. There you go. I hope he's a monster. We got David Bailey for the Jets on the free for Steve as well. Keenan Allen on the all-tops team for the Chargers. And base. All right, so you're saying there's hope for him. He's not going to end up at the car wash anytime soon? All right, we got Thomas for the Bears. Tyler Onyedim. Caden Proctor for Miami. Caleb Banks for the Vikings. Branch for the Falcons. Green. How many quarterbacks do they need on that team? Allen for Washington. Surratt for the Ravens. Cade Klubnik for the Jets. Everybody's upside down. There we go. Jacob Rodriguez going to the Dolphins on the foil. Jamar Chase. And this should all be base. All right, we got one pack left. Is there any chance we're seeing a case hit in here, Primo? I never paid attention to what pack they would come in. I guess they could come in any pack, right? Hopefully we got something chilling in here. All right, we got Fano for Cleveland. Mike Washington for the Raiders. Derek Moore. Ola for Baltimore. Brandon for Green Bay. Reggie Virgil for Arizona. Rodriguez for Miami. Dylan Thieneman for the Bears. McDonald for Houston. Jordan Mailata for the Eagles. Oh, I like that. On the flag. That's 34 out of 76. Bobby. We got Jonathan Taylor going to Indy as well. That one's not numbered. A little Lambjack action. And base. And we got a couple packs. Let's see if we can find a special card in here. Brazil for Carolina. Price for Seattle. Garrett for KC. Bryce Young. And Lambjack. Those definitely are cool looking cards. Primo, did you get any autos out of these packs? I would really love to see an auto. Peyton for the Eagles. Max Clare for the Rams. Bryce Lance for the Saints. Myles Garrett. And a little T-Law action to wrap it up. Wow, that's going to take 10 years to sort that out. All right, let me do a quick recap, guys. And then I got work to do. This will ship tomorrow, one way or another. Mailata for the Eagles. That one was out of 76 for Bobby. Black on the auto for Steve. Brazil. That one was 802 out of 2026. Jalen Ramsey was 1,039 out of 2026. Will Howard on the Relic. Lambjack was 25 out of 25 going to Primo. Braylon Allen was 732 out of 2026 for the Jets. We had Sampson out of 99 RPA for T-Berg. Loveland out of 199. Will Howard out of 299. We had Tet on the Protonics. Dylan Gabriel, 25 out of 50. T-Berg owned that one. Micah out of 199 for Green Bay. Scorton was out of 399 for Carolina. CD Lamb out of 275. Jeff Garcia was out of 125. Membu was 5 out of 10 for Membu. Josh Allen on the Fireworks Disco. Dylan Sampson out of 125. Chris Godwin, that was 10 out of 10 for Tampa Bay. Montgomery was out of 125. RJ Harvey Disco Emergent. Cam Ward on the Disco Fractal. Scattaboo. Waddle. Armstead was out of 99. Mafa on the auto for 238. Jalen Milroe for Seattle. And Ashton on the select certified. And Cam Ward on the numbers.